Hello, YouTube. This is mr.lubufu, Lucas, whatever. And I have a special treat for you guys today. So, a few months ago, quite a few months ago, I did an interview with TheManaSource, and and stuff happened, and the video for it, like we recorded our audio on both ends, and we did a video thing. I believe this was with Google Hangouts, I think it was, and the quality of the video was poopy. Let's be honest. Sometimes that happens when you're doing video conversations and trying to record a ton of stuff, and the quality is just not worth it. Um, but we both recorded our own audio, so the audio should be pretty clear. Well, so I handed off my audio to Wedge, who is an awesome guy, and he said he just handed it to an editor and they'd have stick figures or something comedic going on. And seasons change, time passes by. I can't sing, so feel free to laugh about me in chat. Um, but stuff happened, and it was just getting time consuming and all that. And so it wasn't going to see the light of day, is basically the sum up of this. So I asked for the audio, and I have it now. However, my time has suddenly gone away. I was planning on editing and putting some cute little things going on. Nothing like too complicated, but I'd rather the audio just be out there than just have it disappear, because Wedge is an awesome guy. Let's be honest. He's an awesome guy, and he was a lot of fun to talk with. And this interview has some moments. I've edited out chunks of it that were irrelevant, mostly just syncing of audio and when we were going to say outros and that sort of thing. Except for at the end. The ending part, you get an insight into my videos, specifically to stuff I cut out. So I've included like the last chunk of audio where you have like my brain deciding to stop working, and I've also included a 13-second video which is an attempt to put an intro for this video. That's right. I had a blooper trying to record, "Hey guys, I had an interview with Wedge." That's how my brain works. Okay, well I hope you guys enjoy the audio. I'm sorry I don't have anything fancier than that, so but I'd rather you guys, if you guys want to hear it and just hear a decent interview with a cool person and me, like Wedge is the cool one, I'm just a scrub. Go ahead, listen. If not, no worries. It's a kind of a long interview, so things happen. If you want to like listen to it as you fall asleep to the gorgeous sound of our voices, go ahead. Okay, hope you guys enjoy. Thank you all for watching.
Hey everyone, my name is Wedge, this is TheManaSource, and welcome to our new series called Interviewing a Planeswalker, where we force, sometimes physically, other Magic YouTubers to come talk to us about the game we all know and love. Today, I'm here with the world-renowned, infamous mr.lubufu. Would you like to say hi to the people and tell them a little bit about what you do on your channel?
Please help me. I'm tied up in a basement. It's dark. Okay, hey everyone, it's mr.lubufu. I am, as you mentioned, I'm a YouTuber. I just do magic videos. If you go to my channel, you will find just anything and everything under the sun magic related. I've done spoilers and set reviews and gameplay and rants and just if you think of it, it has probably shown up in the like 1,200 videos I've recorded.
That was beautiful.
Are you okay there?
I am. Alright, so of all these thousands of videos you've made, do you have a favorite video?
There are a couple that hold a very special place in my heart. The first one is probably the one that gained my channel the most popularity, and that's the single greatest fat pack ever recorded. I cannot believe I actually recorded this video because this was right when I had started. It was a new Phyrexia fat pack, and no spoilers, but some serious shit went down. And then the other video that is also kind of special to me is during the course of Pack to Power, which was a thing I did on my channel. Um, was at one point I had a Tybalt the Fiend Blooded, and I just couldn't trade it for the life of me until I found someone who would trade my Tybalt for his cookie, and it was the greatest trade ever. Um, and it is also all recorded and found on my channel.
Oh, that's genius.
It
Perfect.
was great. I traded that cookie for a foil plasm capture, so it was fantastic.
Wow. Okay. Pact of Power is strong in you. All right. All right.
No, the cookie
So,
was just really good.
was it okay?
It was good cookie.
As long as it was good, I guess that makes sense. Um, okay. Okay. So moving on. What first got you like into Magic or even just tabletop games in general? Like, what drew you?
So, I was one of those youngins back in my day, back when Pokemon was taking over everything, like banned in school systems, sort of bad. So I originally played that for when I was like 8. Um, and then I sort of moved past it. I had like a Yu-Gi-Oh phase. I choose to ignore that. And then I took a break from most things. I enjoyed playing board games, Settlers of Catan, and you name it. Um, and then when I started college, I had a new roommate in sophomore year who had already known previously, and he's like, the first day we move in, he's like, "Hey Lucas, let's play Magic with these decks I built." And I'm like, "Okay," and he stomped me because of course he played the better deck. I was like, this game is fun, but I didn't quite get into it until the RA who lived next door is like, "Hey Lucas, you're learning Magic. Here, have a stack of commons." And much like you hand a new person trying drugs, you hand them a little bit of free crack. He handed me a little bit of free Magic cards, and then from there it's like, ah, it feels so good. Why are my teeth falling out? Yes, I know that's meth and not crack.
Okay, that's awesome. Good story. All right. Okay, so precursor to the next question so that viewers understand. In Magic, generally, very generally, people can usually be split into three different types of players. There are Timmies, Johnnies, and Spikes. For those of you that don't know, in the most general way possible, Timmy is usually the player that you see, for example, playing mono green beats, who will just play a bunch of like ramp guys to get a gigantic creature. Like, he plays Cruel Ultimatum, he plays Crows and Cloud Scraper. Like, this guy just plays the biggest things he can play because he wants to play big spells and he wants to win huge. Johnny wants to win, but he wants to win in style. So the qualities of his wins are much more important than the quantity. He'll be the ones playing maybe some rogue combo deck. If you've ever seen an Orm's Chant on an Isochron Scepter, that's probably a Johnny. Um, so at the end of the day,
It's probably a Johnny.
okay. So anyway, he wants to win, but he doesn't try so hard as to not be unique. And then Spike. Spike is everyone who played Callblade in Standard. Spike's everyone who played Delver in Standard. Spike is everyone who's now playing Mono Blue Devotion. They want to win. That's what they care about. They'll go to any length to win. They'll net deck. They'll do whatever they have to do because chasing the victory and the competition is what they want. So considering those are basically the three more general categories, would you say that you fit into any one of them, or even like, any two maybe?
Yeah, so I think I am like 90% Spike and 10% Johnny. And I think that's really noticeable like when it comes to my decks. Because it's like right now in standard, what am I playing? I'm playing almost mono blue devotion where I'm like, oh, the meta's well positioned for me to splash a little bit of black, and that's like this sort of like twist. And getting to ultimate Ashiok every now and then is just like an awesome feeling in standard, and it happens more consistently than it really should. Um, but then again, like I know that the Johnny is strong in me too because in modern, right now I'm playing the mono blue time warp Howling Mind deck, which
Oh
wins
dear.
by taking some number between 12 and like 20 consecutive turns and just either winning by laboratory maniac, drawing out your entire deck, or ultimating Jace Bellerin twice. That's what I'm playing right now in Modern. So right now people hate me for that one. Because people are like, it's like eggs. I don't do anything. I said, you can go grab me a soda while I do take all my extra turns.
Eggs, man. Eggs.
I never played eggs. Eggs was more annoying than this one. This one's like, so this is solitaire. I'm not gonna lie, it is actually solitaire.
Okay. Awesome. All right, so it sounds like you're mainly Spike. So
I'm so spiked. I People who have watched my stream or seen me at major events, like if I lose, whoo, you don't want to be around me.
well, at least you admit it. There's a lot of people that don't. Uh, but yeah, no, that's good. That's cool. All right, so um, if you had to, would you be able to, I guess, pick a color that you most represent? Like red is passionate, green is like might, stuff like that. Like they kind of have a
Um,
emotion around them almost.
okay, so that was you can tell Wedge did not see that one coming.
Oh my god, that was
Mo-
amazing.
yes, I am a blue mage. There was there for a period of time. I was like when I first started, I was like aggro, turn creature side. I was no, I'm right now. I'm blue. I am library manipulation, card draw, counter spells, make people sad. Dot deck or dot color.
Okay, that all right. You're pretty blue. Dabba dee dabba die.
Exactly.
All right, all right. Okay. Um, I guess along the favorite lines, or like what you are. Do you have like a favorite card, or even like a favorite set or block, or anything like that?
So my favorite card often depends on my mood. Like it jumps a lot. Like my fallback plan is like I collect Sarah angels, so I have like 300 of them lying around somewhere. Um, and so that one's always a fallback. Another fallback is Lubu Master at Arms, um, because it's obvious, and I will get my copy of Lubu Master at Arms. I will get it altered so it has me riding the horse with the giant spear. It will be done.
It's genius.
Um, so I mean, those two always hold a place. Like Ninja Snake, aka Ambush Viper, will always have a special place in my heart from Innistrad. Um, because I just started calling it Ninja Snake. The second the set came out, I said, "You are Ninja Snake." And people at my local game store, I would cast so many Ninja Snakes and just say, "You attack with your 3/3 Ninja Snake block." That by the end of Innistrad, like everyone at the local game store just couldn't remember the name of Ambush Viper. They could only call it Ninja Snake.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I always have those sort of stories with cards. My favorite like set or block. I mean, I was a huge fan of Innistrad block, specifically triple Innistrad drafting. That was my judging of formats is oftentimes based on my drafting experience with it, and I did a lot of Innistrad drafts, and I had so much fun with them. Um, Modern Masters is also pretty fun, but that's because of the GP and oh look, I actually did well at something. Um, are you
Yeah,
okay
I'm
there?
good. I'm good.
I distinctly worry that someone might have like replaced the water you're drinking with like laughing gas infused or something. I'm not clever enough to. Yeah, okay. That trailed off really fast.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Um. All right. So as a 90% Spike player, 10% Johnny, you have a lot of like drafting experience. Do you have a format that you tend to sort of lean towards?
I am a huge limited player. I do a lot of drafts specifically. Um, I stream it a lot. I do it a lot. I think I understand how to draft at some point. Like I have a series coming up that I will be talking more about this. I just have to, get around to doing it. But I do a lot of that, and I've dabbled my feet enough that like I can play standard or modern, pretty reasonably. Legacy, I'm getting my feet wet. It's a fun format that I am a broke college student, so it keeps me out of it. Um,
Yeah.
I don't play vintage. I don't want to be like the 14th player in the world playing vintage. Um, but apart from that, like I just like playing Magic.
No, that's cool. That's cool. All right, that was a good answer. All right. So of so for however long you've been playing, do you have a favorite deck you've ever built? This includes limited too. Like, is there anything you specifically remember as being like the quintessential Magic moment for MrLuBuFu?
Um, there are, I mean, there's. I'm gonna say I'm gonna break down to like my top draft deck and my top constructed like standard or modern deck. My favorite draft deck ever was on stream and it's on my YouTube channel because I had to upload it. Um, and it is when I drafted Bear Force One, which if you don't get the reference from Loading Ready Run, it's where you draft bears, you draft tutus for two. But I was drafting Theros. My curve was I played 15 lands, I think, and I think that's too many. I should have played 14. And then I had like 4 1 drops, and then 12 or 13 2 drops, and then like 2 or 3 3 drops and a 4 drop. I drafted blue white Bear Force 1, and that deck was absolutely stupidly broken. It was so powerful. I never came close to losing. It's just like turn one, dude. Turn two, ordeal. Turn three, ordeal on that same one. I'm gonna put a third ordeal on it because I can kill you. It just was the stupidest deck I've ever drafted. It was caught live. It's on my channel, and it was just like that limited moment where I was like, it feels good. It feels so good. I will remember this until the day I am abducted by aliens and brainwashed. Um, and then my favorite like constructed deck is actually, despite being 90% spike, was the deck I took to my first constructed PTQ. Was a completely custom deck that I had built, and I play tested with it for about a month and a half before the event. This was like I was playtesting with proxies because half the cards hadn't even come out yet. It was an Esper Planeswalkers build. Esper Planeswalkers, Esper Walkers, Ewoks, so I called it Ewoks. That was my thought process for naming it.
I like it.
And it ran a grand total of 0 creatures in it, and it played all of the Esper Planeswalkers at the time. So Liliana of the Veil, Gideon Jura, Sorin Lord of Innistrad, Tamio, and then it played Lingering Souls because Lingering Souls. And then this was right after Avacyn Restored came out, but before people learned that Bonfire of the Damned was a good card. So my win condition was Entreat the Angels, which is surprisingly good in a format that doesn't play Bonfire of the Damned. And
That's
so
genius.
that deck took me to my first top 8 ever of a PTQ, where I was beaten out by Delver. But it was like a complete custom deck. I had done everything by myself down to the last minute call of, hey, look, I found 2 Terminus. I guess I'll replace 2 Day of Judgment. See what happens. It just so happens Terminus is very good when you get to Miracle It in a field full of Strangleroot Geists and that sort of thing.
Yeah, it was
And so that
wow.
deck was also, yeah.
Awesome. No, it was so good. I remember like the few weeks where Bonfire wasn't a thing. Oh, it was beautiful.
It was great. It was
Yeah, it
great.
was. Geist died even less. All right. Okay. All right. So, last question: of all the Magic experiences you've had, are there any stories that stick out in your mind in particular that are just absolutely bonkers, crazy?
This one's another one that was caught on stream where I got punished for my insolence. I was playing in an M14 draft, and I was playing against a guy, and I had, like, he had a ton of guys on the ground, and I had a ton of creatures on my end, and I was just able to keep pumping my creatures and giving them +1/+1 counters, and I had a 23/23 Elvish Mystic, which he proceeded to top deck Active Treason and kill me with my own 23/23 Elvish Mystic.
Oh!
I was like, oh,
Oh!
sure, I'll attack you. And then he's like, top deck Active Treason. I'm like, oh, you just stole my giant Elvish Mystic. That makes me sad.
Oh, that hurts.
It
Oh,
was a moment. I think that
yeah.
Elvish Mystic had, like, I'm trying to think of just all of the, like, if you think of any of the Jund enchantments that were in that format, they were just all on this Elvish Mystic. Just all of them.
It's insane. Wow. Well, that's nuts. Oh, okay.
It was a moment.
Well, it looks like that's all the questions we have for MrLuBuFu. Remember to subscribe to both of us. Our links will be in the description below. And we just want to thank you again for coming on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me over. It was a lot of fun. Seriously though, let me out of the basement. I have to get home and, not starve to death. But thanks again for having me over and not forcefully, mostly having me. Blah 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 blah. I love my brain. I suffer from brain damage sometimes. Thank you guys for watching.
What the hell was that?
This
What
is what
was
I
that?
did. These are my blooper reels that people don't see. Is when I start talking, like if I get off track, I just go blah blah
Oh
blah,
my god.
blah. And then
Would you...
like people don't see when I do actually edit some of my videos because I get that. I get that in my videos.
Would you like to take down what you want to say? Or do you want to keep it? Do you want to leave that?
Do you want me to leave it? Otherwise, I would
It's
let. Otherwise,
I told you it's completely up to you how you want to be portrayed. I think it's funny. That's just me.
okay, let's leave it. Let's leave it.
All
Let's
right.
leave it. I don't
Screw
care.
it. We'll
I'm
just
okay with
do
it.
it live. We'll
Yeah.
do it live.
Do it
Whatever.
live.
Whatever. All right. So, okay, I have to
This is
finish the
probably
outro that got completely interrupted by like chaos. Okay. All right. Jesus. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. I just can I get through one sentence, please? I just have to do my general outro that I put on the end of
Okay.
everything. Okay.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1. And remember, guys, as always, this is the ManaSource. I'm Wedge. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. See, now you can talk. How easy was that?
Look, I behaved.
You did. It's true. I can't. That end just like fell apart so fast. Like I can't even.
This is
Even.
I've recorded so many videos that I just reached the point where it's like, okay, this ending's just gonna get edited out, and so my brain just like splurts out whatever it wants, and then I just normally cut it out. Hello there, YouTube. My name is MrLuBuFu. Actually, my name is Lucas, but wow, this intro went downhill really fast.